Hi CCIS 4th graders and anyone else who's watching. So today we are going to learn how to draw a cartoon fox. So this is actually going to be a two-part assignment. So first we're going to be drawing the fox, and next week we are actually going to be cutting out our fox and putting it in different places. Now I got this idea from Banksy. I know a lot of you know who Banksy is and a lot of you who don't. Banksy is an anonymous graffiti artist, so he or she does not have a name. Banksy is a false name, and they just basically go around and put awesome graffiti up and celebrate art on walls, on fences, just anywhere in the world basically. So we're going to be doing something similar. So recently Banksy posted a picture of his or her bathroom, and what they did was they put rats all over in the bathroom causing mayhem. So we're going to be doing something similar, except we're going to be creating a cartoon fox. So let's begin. So I want to introduce someone I have today. So my sister Natalie is here, and she's also going to be drawing. So she's going to be drawing here on the right, I'm going to be on the left, and we're going to draw a fox. Alright, so what we're going to do is, I'm going to actually make my paper into landscape. So, landscape, Natalie. Yes, I'm aware. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to do 3 drawings, and each drawing is going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to start on the right, and I'm going to do a circle. So I'm going to make this kind of a big circle. So start on the right. Or the left. Sorry, excuse me. Draw a nice big circle. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 triangles on the side. Alright, now we're going to do 2 triangles at the top. Mine are long and pointy. Yours can be long and pointy, or they can be nice and flat and fat. Alright. Now we're going to do the body. So I'm going to do an even bigger circle for my head. Now I'm just going to go just a little bit down below. If you want, you can make it even chunkier. So if your fox is a little bit, maybe they had too much to eat, snacking all day. Alright, so now we're going to be connecting our head to our body. So I'm just doing some curved lines right underneath my triangles. Alright, so now we're thinking about the pose that we want to do. So you might be thinking about, how do you want your fox to kind of be mischievous, or maybe your fox is a little bit crazy, like my cat Franny, she's a little crazy. So what we're going to do is, maybe I'm going to have my arm coming out this way. So I'm just going to do 2 parallel lines going straight up. And then I'm going to keep coming up. And I'm going to have the paw. So I'm just going to do kind of a big circle. Alright, so maybe I want to kind of repeat that. So maybe I want to do on the other side. So I do 2 parallel lines, reaching up. Yep, and then end it off with a half circle. Alright, now the legs, you guys can do the same thing maybe as the arms. So maybe they're doing like a jumping jack or a starfish, or who knows. Or you guys can maybe have them sitting down. So a way to do that is, we're going to do a curve and another curve on the other side. And we're going to do kind of like a crisscross applesauce. So I'm just going to do a small curve, and we're going to come in, and do their feet. So I'm just going to do 2 bumps at the bottom and the top, and then connect it. Alright, so now what's kind of cool about a fox is they have this awesome, beautiful, kind of luscious tail. So you guys can do it on either side. I'm going to do it on the right side. And I'm just going to do a nice big curve. And I'm going to do another big curve. And I'm going to just kind of curve it in. And make a point. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that same kind of style. So I'm going to make a circle for the head. So make a circle for the head. So we're just creating the body first. We're not creating any of the details yet. So maybe you want your fox to look off to the side. So we're going to create the muzzle of the fox. So the muzzle is going to do a curve. We're going to kind of curve it up. So it almost looks like a triangle. But we're just going to connect it all the way to that top. Create a little nose. Alright, so now we're going to do the ears. So we're just going to do the same kind of triangle. And then I'm going to do actually a curve right here. Alright, so my video paused and I forgot to look at it. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish off that top ear. And we're just going to do a curve up. We're going to connect it. And then give me a triangle on the side. Nailie's already ahead of the game here. Alright, so now give me a nice big belly. Alright, we're going to do a curve in, curve in. Alright, and then now we're thinking about what kind of pose we want to put our fox in. So maybe I want our fox to be standing on one leg. So I'm going to do a circle down here. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to do curves up. Maybe it's doing a little bit of yoga, so maybe we're going to do a 2 curves out. Or you can do straight lines. And then give me a foot. And we're going to do an arm out. So we're going to curve it. Give me a paw. And maybe we're having one down, so give me curve, curve. Give me a paw. Alright, so now we need its tail. We're running out of room here, but I'm going to make some room. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a curve up to the paw. I'm going to do a bigger curve. I'm gonna curve it around. I'm gonna just do a little tiny curve. And I'm gonna curve it down. So you can see the differences between mine and Natalie's. So Natalie kind of did a tail off to the side. Mine was kind of more behind it. You guys can do whatever you want. Maybe your tail comes even farther out, so maybe you even have another sheet of paper to do your fox. Maybe you even want it bigger. My fox is a little bit smaller than my hand here. But maybe you have a nice big fox. Who knows? Alright, so now we're going to finish off with our last fox. So give me that circle for the head. Alright, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt my paper into portrait. And I'm going to do its body. So give me a nice big belly. And give me a triangle on the side. Give me 2 ears. So this one's going to be curved and then connected. And then we're going to do that muzzle again. So go curve. Curve it up. Connect. And give me a nose. Alright, so now we're going to curve it towards the body. Curve it towards the body. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a paw right here. So I'm just going to do a circle. And then I'm actually going to do another circle. This one's going to be a half circle. So we're going to be making it look like it's about to pounce. Now if you want to do something else, so let's say you have any of these ones you want to try, or maybe your fox is going the other way, that is totally fine. And I'm going to do another bump. And we're going to end it with a small paw. Alright, and connect it with a big curve. Alright, so now we can get on with the tail. So mine's going to be nice and fluffy, so I'm going to do curve out, curve out. I'm going to do a big curve. Do another big curve, and I'm going to come up a little bit. I'm going to curve it in, curve up, tip. Alright, so now I'm going to get my marker out. And I'm just going to do an outline. So I'll show you guys what I mean by that. Alright, so I'm going to start with my pouncing fox. So I'm going to go outside from the ear. I'm going to go on the outside here. I'm going to connect that part. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just curve a little bit. So if you guys don't have any markers, or if you only have color pencils or crayons, that's totally fine. Just trace along the outside of your fox. And do a bump. Curve it. So I'm just going all along the outside marks that we did. Now that's okay if you make a mistake, or let's say you make a mark and it's not where your pencil was. That's totally fine. These pencil lines were more of a guideline. So like for my tail, I might want to do something else. Maybe I want to start at the top and I want to just do almost like an S shape. So I did something completely different, and that's totally okay. So I just want you guys to continue doing that. I'm going to pause the video, we're going to finish up this, and I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, and we are back. So now we've got all of our foxes outlined, and now we need the details. So I'm going to start with that one on the left again. And what we're going to do is we're going to put those details in the face. Alright, so first off, I want to start with my marker. If you guys feel more comfortable starting with your pencil, or let's say you don't have a marker, that's okay. Feel free to use a pencil or use a marker. So I'm going to start in the middle of my face, and I'm going to just put just a little nose. So this nose is going to be a little triangle. And fill it in. So I'm going to start on the side of my nose, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a curve up, and I'm going to do a curve down towards that triangle point. Alright, so I'm going to do that same thing on the other side. So I'm going to do a curve up, and then a curve down towards that triangle. Alright, so you guys can do maybe they're thinking, or maybe they have their eyes open. Maybe mine, I'm going to do a dot, and then maybe mine's blinking at you. So I'm just going to do a curve. You guys can do some eyelashes if you want. And give me a little smile. Alright, so I'm going to look at the ears, and we're going to make the ears look like they have fluff inside. So I'm going to do a curve, and I'm going to do little triangles and connect. I'm going to do that same thing. I'm just going to do a little curve, triangle, and connect. And then I'm going to come by the ears and just going to color them in. So on the inside of the ears, just color them in. Alright, so we're going to look at the arms now. So our triangles are kind of covering, but I'm just going to do little triangles, kind of halfway. And then if you guys want, you guys can use some colors. I'm going to leave mine just black and white. So I'm just going to color this in. So you guys can use color, as in crayons, or markers, or color pencils, or watercolor, whatever you have. If you use watercolor and you're using marker, make sure that marker is dry before you start coloring in. Alright, so I'm going to look at the legs because we're going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to do kind of little hills, or little swiggles. And we're going to color that in. Now if you're putting any details inside, you're using marker and you want to color it in with marker, that's going to get faded away. So I put a little curve right in here. I'm coloring that over. Now you might want to keep that, so if you want, make sure you're using anything but markers. If you're just using a pencil, you can still color everything in. You just got to skip that last part where you're outlining. Now make sure you are erasing all those inside lines, because we don't need those anymore. Alright, now what we're going to do is I'm going to start at the bottom, Now I'm just going to do a curve, little triangles, and connect. So I'm doing a curve, then I'm going to do little triangles and connect. And then I'm going to do some lines inside. Alright, and last part is the tail. So I'm just going to do little mountains. You can do longer lines inside if you want. That's up to you. Alright, so now we're just going to keep on moving on. So for our side view of our fox, we got our little nose. I'm going to color in my nose. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a curve. I'm going to do a even bigger curve, about halfway. And then we're going to do a curve to connect to that triangle. Oh, that's cute. You guys see she has her tongue sticking out. Alright, so I'm going to do my eyeball. Maybe you have this one, it's got an eyebrow. A little smile. And then we're going to do that same thing what we did for those ears. So I'm going to color in this part. So that left part. And then I'm going to color in that left part of this ear. And then I want to put some hair and fuzz in there. Let's do some triangles, some mountains inside the other ear. Alright, so now we're going to do those mitten things on our fox. Color those in. So hopefully you're coloring a little bit better than I am. I've got a little bit of white spots here. So I know you guys can color a little bit better. Do the same thing on the other arm. Same thing on the legs. Coloring down towards the feet. Color down towards the feet. Alright, so now we're going to do the body. So I'm just going to start on the side, underneath the belly. And I'm just going to do a curve. And then just all the way up. So if you want, you guys can make yours a little bit hairy. So maybe I have some hair going on the side. Maybe you just want to leave it. That's up to you. Alright. Turn it sideways. Oh. Thank you, Neely. We forgot the tail. Give me some mountains. Alright, now turn it sideways. We'll start on the tail so I don't forget it. So give me some mountains. Alright, we're going to do some bumps and then fill it in for the leg. Now if you guys are doing your own poses, maybe think about where that curved line is by the belly, or think about their feet and their arms. Think about how their tail is, which way their ears are kind of facing. So you don't really see that other side of the belly, but we're just going to put a line going. Yep, all the way to the head. And then fill in the little paw. And then we're going to do that same kind of head for this one. So we're going to curve it down. curve it up, and curve it towards the triangle. Now I'm going to fill mine in. Nose in. Alright, so my eye. So maybe my fox is trying to pinpoint maybe a string or a mouse. So maybe I want to do some evil eyes. So it's about to pounce. It's going to get it. You guys don't have to do that kind of eyebrow. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm going to do a little smile because he's about to get it. And then the ears, we're going to cover them on the side. Alright, give me those triangles inside. And you have your foxes. So if you guys want to color those in, feel free to. Feel free to cut your foxes out. Make sure you save them because we're going to be doing something for next week with our foxes. So if you want to color them in, feel free to. If you don't, leave them blank. But make sure you post on Artsonia, and can't wait to see them.